Welcome back to Good Day. It is a festive holiday season, but you got to remember the holidays are different for everybody, right? There's some people who are not necessarily looking at this as the most wonderful time of the year. So we've got Dr. Mike, who's here with us this morning, a therapist, to talk about some of the things that we just don't talk about. Mental health is so important, and we're just now kind of getting the idea that we should be talking about these things. And these sweaters are a very interesting take on talking about holiday blues.
Yeah, it really changes the conversation, doesn't it? By the way, I love your sweater because, yes, nearly half of seniors are going to be lonely this holiday season. And for 54% of teen girls, it's the season of depression because we know that depression gets worse. So by really balancing the conversation in this way, by talking about the fact that many people with mental illnesses or people like myself who've lost somebody to COVID this calendar year, it's the first holiday, it can really trigger things. So if we can just have that joy, but also realize that for many people, they're struggling, having some conversations and having some compassion around it.
And the campaign is called the Ugly Truths Christmas Sweater. You linked up with the folks at uglychristmassweater.com, which is a fantastic place to get those ugly Christmas sweaters, all kinds, you know, the funny to the festive. But the idea, again, with these sweaters is to make it a conversation piece and just kind of put it out there so that people can have the conversation and then be able to move forward.
And speaking of the conversation, if you want to get a free, ugly holiday truth Christmas sweater like we are wearing, you can go to my Instagram or my Facebook. It's just Dr. Mike Dow. And if you comment about mental illness, we're going to send the first 10 people one of these sweaters for free. So it's another great way to change the conversation, to raise that awareness, whether it's on social media or if you have somebody in your family and you notice something's not right, they're a little bit quiet, they're on their phone too much. Have an open-hearted conversation. Don't lead with, what's wrong with you? Lead with, hey, you know, it's been a hard year for me. I lost somebody or, you know, I lost my job or whatever that is. How are you doing? You know, and with that open-hearted compassion that really allows people to say, oh, okay, I feel safe enough that I'm going to share something with you. And that can be the first step.
I love that first step. Now, what about people who are, in fact, experiencing the holidays and they are alone this holiday season? They don't necessarily have somebody who's looking out and you know, readily available to have those conversations. How can they check in on themselves?
Just really pay attention, not just to your mind. A lot of people, when they think of depression, anxiety, they think brain, they think sadness, but it can also be in your body. So if you're noticing your appetite is changing, your sleep is changing, you're getting a lot of stomach aches or headaches, that can be a sign. And, you know, the great thing about the modern era is there's a lot of teletherapy available. One resource that I really like is the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. That's ADAA.org. You can go, you can find a therapist. You can find a therapist who does online sessions because of the COVID surge. If you're not comfortable leaving or if you're isolated or homebound, it can be a great time to actually start that relationship. Give yourself the holiday gift of a professional who can support you.
All right, Dr. Mike, thank you so much for your time this morning. If you are interested in those sweaters that Dr. Mike and I are wearing, as well as some of the resources that he mentioned, we're going to make it very easy for you to get in contact with him. We'll link all the details to our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info and today's date. Dr. Mike, have a wonderful holiday season, and I hope that you're well.
You too. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. All right, Code, back over to you.